10 years is a long time. Yeah? No? Yeah? Well, that's how long I've been fighting to make this video that you see right now. Yeah! That seems like a long time, right? Well, it is. But when you live your life year to year, and when it almost feels like you're on autopilot, does anyone else feel like that? Where you just, it's almost like you wake up and realize that 3 months has gone by. 5 months. It's almost Christmas. It's almost my birthday. Oh my God, a year has gone by so fast. So fast. Well, when you've been wanting to do something for so long, you almost always have an excuse for yourself. It feels like a very long time. And it may not seem like much, but I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. I remember when YouTube first came out. I was in middle school. My goodness. That's a whole other video. Just talking about middle school. But I remember seeing like 2 little kids in their room singing, or even worse, lip syncing to Mortal Kombat. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. Because even before YouTube, like, I would make videos on my tiny, itty bitty little camera phone. Basically, when cameras were first put on phones, as soon as that happened, I would make videos with my friends, and I'd be like, let's pretend that we're robbing a bank. All right, yeah. Now you set the phone right there so we can play it back so that we can watch it later. So I was basically making movies and everything before I even knew what movies really were. Like, I remember watching Jurassic Park thinking, oh my gosh, these people are insane. When did dinosaurs come back? Why haven't we been told about this? What a dinosaur. That was when my mom told me that there were actors, that there were such a thing as actors. There were these people that basically got to pretend for their job. What? You can pretend and make money? Oh my God. That was eye-opening, to say the least. Extremely so. So I remember having watched Jim Carrey movies. Those were my favorite. Robin Williams movies. Oh my goodness. And reenacting all of them. Oh, just reenact. One of my favorites, though, I have to say, was The Labyrinth. I would go in my backyard on my little tire swing play area and pretend I was in a labyrinth. And there were talking caterpillars and really attractive men in tight pants. But anyway, and as I grew older, I wanted to take it more seriously. I wanted to start actually thinking about going to acting school, and I remember contacting all these people. I even got accepted into going to an orientation at a big, huge acting school in New York. And I remember begging my mom. Oh my God, I was begging for us to go because it's what I wanted to do. And I remember her telling me that acting was a really hard career. It's very competitive, extremely competitive, and most people don't make it. Most people end up as waitresses, and they never catch a break. So I needed to find something to fall back on, and that was pretty much everyone in my family. So I begrudgingly found another passion. I was lucky enough to find another passion. I found art. I found out I was good at drawing. Oh, it's almost like, what is it? Going from the frying pan into the fire. That kind of analogy. Because I remember them also saying, oh, it's a hard field to go in. Oh, it's so competitive. Oh, starving artist. Blah, blah. So again, even though I was going to go to school for art, I was going to be at least creative in some way, shape, or form. I was like, okay, fine. I'll pick graphic design, because that's all my family talked about, was how there were more career opportunities as a graphic designer. So I was like, all right, whatever. And again, I loved it. But as soon as I graduated, as soon as I tried to get out there in the real world and realized that this was going to be something I had to do for the rest of my life, and it shut me down. I had no idea why. No idea. And I ended up moving back in with my mom, who lived in California at the time, and working at an ice cream shop for a bit. For 2 years. 2 years. Scooping ice cream, but damn it, I got some. Look at that definition. But back to when I was younger, besides acting being a competitive field and almost impossible to get in, I still fought. I was still in high school plays. I was still like doing as much as I could, and I'm a naturally boisterous, happy-go-lucky kind of person. Almost all my life I have been criticized. Either I'm being too much, or being over dramatic. I remember wanting to try to run for class president, and I remember getting so excited because we had to film our, how you say, campaign thing? I'll say campaign. Yeah, we had to film our speech. We had to prepare like a little speech and get in front of the camera, and the next day they were gonna show it, and people were just gonna vote for whoever they wanted to be class president. So I got super excited. I wrote my little speech. I memorized it. I remember I had bought a t-shirt with my tiny little allowance, a vote for me t-shirt, right? And this was 7th grade. So this was around the time that I started developing. And I was on top of the world. Yes, I was. And I remember getting so excited the next day. I was like, oh, everyone's gonna see. And I wasn't even really hoping they would vote for me. I really just wanted to just try my best. And the next day came, and all people could talk about were my boobs. That's all people talked about. It's my boobs. Because you couldn't see the vote for me, or the vote for me was like right across my boobs, and I was like, vote for me! And everyone had something to say, I guess. And all everyone talked about was my friggin' boobs. That's it. Nothing. So slowly but surely I stopped trying. was always afraid of what other people would say. And to this day, I feel fear. I feel a lot of fear of how people will view me. And there were even times when I couldn't even go outside without having makeup on or my hair fixed. Everything just had to be perfect. And I'm so tired of being perfect, because perfect is no one. Because no one is perfect. What makes people like you are your quirks. And it wasn't until high school when I started to embrace my quirkiness. I realized that I was fighting so hard to be myself, to be this weird person that everyone saw. And I never realized that I was still living in fear, because I still hadn't even done this. I guess what I'm really trying to say, to get across, is you don't need to live in fear, especially when it's other people making you fearful. If there's something you want to do, if there's something you want to achieve, you have to fight. Yourself, others, everyone. It has taken me 10 years to make this video. And I'll keep fighting for the next 10 years. And I want all of you guys, all of you, to continue the fight.